This is not at all
I
how I
like it. This is
imagined this
also a
activity would
sketchy
go.
kind of
We're back.
BLTs.
BLT, book
What
talk
do we
learn.
got this week?
So I did my PTL on a how-to guide for opening like a cafe or a diner or a coffee shop, since that's what Cecilia does when she moves to Virginia. So we'll just go through this kind of quickly, and then I have an activity at the end for us to do. So the first step, I should note that this is all based on a step-by-step guide that I found on the 7 Miles website. It's kind of like a blog style step-by-step guide. So step number 1 is research, kind of understand what it takes to open a cafe, maybe review different case studies. You're going to want to visit other cafes or diners, whatever you're sort of going for, visit those types of establishments to get some insight and inspiration. Consider what might make your cafe different, and also want to know what your customer base is like. You know, what's the age range? What are their normal hours that they might be at a cafe, and what their other needs might be too, such as like budgets and help you understand how you should price things. Define your vision is number 2. So this is where you're really kind of gathering more inspiration. You might be creating mood boards. You might be using Pinterest, which we'll come back to. And this is really like thinking about the atmosphere that you want to create. Think about the customer experience and the way they'll interact with your space, how they'll move through your space. I really liked Cecilia's cafe was described as very cozy, and it had different spaces to it. There was a section where it was like a reading nook area with a bookcase, so you could just go in there and get a coffee and sit down and read in a quiet space. Or there were also like dining tables if you wanted to eat in a more like traditional diner type of atmosphere. So she kind of had like a mixture of things. It also described the inside as cozy, as homey. It had like burnt sienna and some dark blue colors in it. So I kind of just took the description from the book of how her cafe was like, and I kind of searched on Pinterest and came up with like, this might have been Cecilia's mood board, for example. It also talked a lot about how there's a bunch of space in front of the windows at the front of the diner. So I have some of those pictures too. Number 3 is where you'll kind of get into the nitty-gritty of your business plan, which a business plan here is described as like, there's a summary, you're going to have your market analysis, which probably also include like your customer analysis there as well, your team or hiring plan, a marketing plan, all of the financials to consider, and lastly, the location that you're considering as well, which is really important when you finalize your location. Location is everything for a business. So some ways to help you know where the best location is really just to spend some time in the areas that you're considering. Think about where parking might be. Is there a lot of foot traffic there? Are there other businesses around it that people can be walking around and they kind of just happen upon your shop or interact with your cafe throughout the day? And also, of course, dig into the details of the lease and what those requirements might be. Also need to find suppliers, of course, for your coffee and tea, especially if you're looking for something really specific. You might be trying to find folks who do something with specific flavors. And your coffee typically is like what your place is going to be most known for, so that's going to be really important. There might be other specialty drink items like your syrups and stuff like that. Always great to interact with local businesses if you can, or farmers. So if you're going to offer food, is there like a farm to table type of option for you? Here in Asheville, a lot of people use apple chai. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, but it's like a very local chai spice mix that's in like a lot of cafes locally. So a lot of people really like that as an example. And you also have to think of things like paper goods, of course. Your commercial equipment, that's kind of a big thing for service industry. So really creating a detailed list of all the equipment that you might need. And some of it you could purchase, like maybe there's blenders that you can get yourself, but there might be some really specialty equipment that would be cheaper to lease. And then of course, this will be a bigger piece if you have a full food menu as well and need a full kitchen. Once you've kind of done a lot of that research, you're kind of going to go through designing your cafe and defining more of the character. So really picking a theme and trying to stick to it. So this is where you're going to really dig in and consider things like the decor, the signage, the layout of your space. Lighting is really important, furniture layout, things like that. So here's just an example of a space. And another thing to keep in mind is to consider the workflow as well for your employees and how they might be kind of able to still work behind the scenes without being in the way. You'll create a menu. If you're going to offer food, consider a signature dish that your place might be known for. You want to be able to narrow it down. This blog suggested 10 to 12 options. You can think about breakfast and lunch and the hours of operation too. Important to consider different dietary restrictions. So thinking about gluten-free, vegan, or vegetarian options, and also considering the price of the ingredients versus your desired price points. Hiring the right people, that's kind of your business plan. One of the biggest issues in the service industry is retaining great staff, finding great staff. So what is your culture going to be like? And keep in mind that folks you hire, their attitude is typically going to be more important than their experience, unless you're hiring for a very specific experience or something. Also consider the training process, because that's really important. And then lastly, marketing your cafe. So coming up with a marketing plan, getting set up on Google Maps, for example, what social media platforms are you going to use, and considering different specials or events that you could host as well. So for our activity, I have invited you all to your own Pinterest mood board. And I figured we could take just like a couple minutes to go through Pinterest. And it sounds like we all have used Pinterest, so we know how to like search and save things, I hope. But okay, Michael will figure it out.
Michael's got it.
I don't know where my board is, but I'm sure we can figure this out.
I figured we could just spend a couple minutes putting together our own boards, and then we'll kind of go around to share what our boards look like. I thought that could be fun. Think about your atmosphere, think about your food. You can put whatever you want on your board, and then we'll just come back and share.
I got my Pinterest ready. I've got one follower, which is Katie.
You're welcome, babe.
Okay, can you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
All right, so I am gonna go for sort of like a rugged, maybe truck stop, gas station themed cafe. It's going to be very unique. It's going to be sort of focused on self-service. So I'm not going to be caught up with all this barista stuff. I mean, mainly people are just coming in to get caffeinated, had a long day on the road. You just want something quick. You want something you're comfortable with. So, it's going to be very gas station themed, and it's going to have all the convenience that you're used to. There also is going to be an option of adding any amount of liquor you would like to your coffee and or Red Bull. So if you want to have a little bit of extra kick there, you want to get in that right state of mind to do another 12 hours on the road, we got everything you need right here. And we've also got ammo.
Store.
So there's going to be ammo and Yeti product also supplied. And if you need a place to sleep, well, that's actually somebody else's truck. You could sleep in your own damn truck. We don't stop. But yeah, so it's kind of we're going to be, let's see, for food options, we're mainly going to be known for our chili dogs. And that's gonna, I haven't seen a cafe that's doing that yet, so I think we could really take the market there. And we also are we welcome all people of all types, especially those frowned on classes of people that just are misunderstood here. And you're welcome in our cafe. So yeah, that's what I got. That's gonna be what I've got in mind. I think it's a solid business plan.
So you're really going for like the truck stop cafe theme here. Gas
Yes,
station.
but there's not going to be gasoline sold. I'm not a gas station. It is just a gas station themed
That would be
cafe.
important for your location.
Oh, I see.
You got to be like located by a gas station or truck stop.
It's going to be located near Walmart's.
Yeah, that seems smart.
Katie, do you want to go next?
Katie's Cafe. Okay, my cafe is called Get Caffeinated. The idea is that it's kind of like in Harry Potter when they go to the Ministry of Magic and they all like line up to a toilet and they get flushed in. There's going to be like multiple entrances to the cafe that go in and out like real quick, moving you fast, almost fast food style. But each entrance is dependent on how you want to get caffeinated. So it's going to look kind of like Hamster Village water slide. Like, okay. So first, let's start at the beginning. So first option is, maybe you just want caffeine pills. So you can get nice and legally caffeinated fast, take a pill you're on. And maybe you are riskier and you accept an unidentified pill and maybe there's something more like Adderall involved. There's also caffeine in terms of soft drinks. So we got this nice like neon-esque Pepsi thing going. Then of course, if you're lame and drink coffee or tea like a normal person, we have those options as well. Although it's probably going to be mostly like espresso, like quick shots, get going. Then we've got like powdered options, hint, which basically takes you through the bathroom. And we'll just leave it at that. And then lastly, if you don't want to consume anything, you just need to wake up, you can choose to get slapped. And I think this is a great marketing vantage point for our cafe because we are only going to hire previous inmates or people with some kind of conviction and having a hard time getting job placement. This is a great way for them to re-enter the workforce. Just slapping a couple of bitches that
You
will
have to pay to
sign
be
a
slapped,
waiver.
or is it free?
Oh yeah, no, you're paying to be slapped. They are giving you a service to wake you up.
This is not at all how I
like it. This is
imagined
also
this activity would
sketchy,
go.
kind of a sketchy. I think we should maybe partner up here.
Yours is more grungy, and mine I want to be like real like pop neon-y,
You're selling Adderall.
You don't know it's Adderall. You're just buying these cute
buying
pills.
You're just buying pills. You don't know what it is.
Yeah. You sign a waiver. You have to sign a waiver to go down the tube.
I like it. Very creative. I like the equity aspect in there too. Job creation.
I think I'm gonna change the name of my cafe to Wake Up, and then it's just gonna play Chop Suey on repeat. I don't know if you know that song where it's like, wake up, you want it.
Yours is an intense cafe. You're just very intense.
So you wake up, and this way you get
I
quick turnaround.
imagine, is this like when you're not feeling it in the morning, you're like, I really just wish I could go down the water slide and get slapped right now. Okay, Michael, are you ready?
Sure.
I feel like my cafe is gonna be so boring.
Yours is gonna be gorgeous. I literally had a toilet.
Mine's gonna be like an actual cafe.
This is just on my profile because I couldn't figure out how to move this stuff around.
Unorganized idea.
thankfully I don't use this, so this is just all my pins are just this. So yeah, so I'm thinking like a game or board game themed cafe. I'll call it Food and Board. I'll serve charcuterie boards also.
Like room and board. That's so cute.
Yeah, Food and Board. So there'll be like drinking style games. Like this one was cool. They're playing some sort of weird like soccer thing. We got battle shots, and we have our charcuterie boards, of course. But for people who like don't want to get like too intense on like the heavy drinking stuff, there's just like really casual, nice wooden bars and really nice tables where you can play just regular old board games. The board games that they have, we try and like laminate all the cards so that in like game pieces and stuff, so that you're not like spilling your drink on it. And of course, you need cup holders. Cup holders have to be on all the tables, so you're not like spilling your drinks everywhere.
It's really smart.
We don't have gumball machines. We have like dice ball machines where you put like quarters in, and you can get some of those out. And then I kind of like the wood aesthetic, kind of a dark and wood aesthetic. And yeah, this is just like a cool place where people can come hang out, and it's not like messy food, so you don't like get stuff everywhere. It's all just like meats and cheeses and good drinks and good fun, Food and Board.
I would go.
That actually looks cool.
This
I would go
looks
that
fun,
place.
yeah. I'm so glad that I did. At first, I was going to try to create Pinterest boards for you guys to present, and I would have been way off.
I almost did a cat cafe, if that makes you feel better.
I was going to do like science fiction-y for Michael, like really futuristic looking, and I don't know. I should have thought of like a gas station theme for Clayton, but
Jugs and
Okay.
Juggalos.
I definitely want my cafe to have breakfast all day, feeling like very cozy themes. I've got lots of like dark colors, but natural light and plants. And also lots of like different spaces that are separated by things. So you can be in like little separate nooks. I don't understand how you guys got like 50 pins in 5 minutes. Put a whole ass theme together.
Well, yours is a lot more cohesive. but,
Yeah, for sure.
well, yours looks like a legit.
Yeah,
you know,
these are all
cafe.
like clearly from different places, but then also, yeah, they just fit the theme. I just
I
looked
like
up
the
I
idea
just
of
looked up
having-
board games.
Of having books there too. I don't know if I had a picture of a bookshelf anywhere, but low light, natural light, plants, dark colors, natural, like biophilic, a lot of like lots of wood.
Is that an industry
know.
term? Biophilic? That's really cool.
Yeah. Okay, so that was my BTL. Biophilic design.
I like it. That was fun.
Yeah, that was great.
All right, well, this was good, guys.
This has been the Bookends. Bye, bye, bye.
Yeah, we just didn't
bye.
end it. We just didn't end it.
Bye. Like,
See
comment,
ya.
subscribe.